There was a time when peace ruled in Israel, but peace never lasts forever. Slowly, the shadow of war crept across the land. The Philistines were marching toward Israel, ready to claim its territory. Among the Israelite soldiers, fear spread quietly. Many of them longed for home, wishing only to return to their families. Israel was led by King Saul, the first king of the nation. Though his soldiers welcomed him with loyalty and respect, Saul's heart was heavy with worry. For among the Philistines stood a fearsome warrior, a giant named Goliath. His towering size and brutal strength struck terror into even the bravest men. Every morning, Goliath stepped forward into the valley between the two armies. His voice thundered as he shouted his challenge. "Send me a man to fight me. If I fall, we will serve you. But if I win, Israel will belong to us." No one answered. The Israelite camp stood frozen in fear. Even King Saul did not know how to face such a powerful enemy. So Saul sent messengers throughout the land to gather more soldiers. One messenger arrived in Bethlehem, at the home of an elderly man named Jesse, who lived with his 8 sons. "Listen, people," the messenger proclaimed. "War is upon us. King Saul calls every man to battle." Jesse's older sons stepped forward, ready to fight for Israel. Before they left, their father said, "Remember, my sons, battles are won by faith as much as by strength." The youngest son, David, watched as his brothers prepared to leave. He longed to go with them to prove himself, but he was too young. So David remained behind to care for his father's sheep. Out in the fields, David guarded the flock day and night. When a lion or a bear attacked, David chased it away, not by his own strength, but by trusting in God. Beneath the stars, he sang songs of praise, confident that God was always near. One day, Jesse called David to him. "It's time to take food to your brothers at the battlefield." Early the next morning, David left the sheep in the care of another shepherd and set out on his journey. When David arrived at the camp, he heard a familiar, terrifying voice. Goliath was once again shouting his challenge. The soldiers trembled and backed away. David could not understand their fear. "Who is this Philistine?" he asked, "that he should defy the army of the living God?" His brothers, especially Eliab, mocked him. "Go back to your sheep, you don't belong here." But David refused to turn away. "If no one else will fight him," he said, "then I will." Word of David's courage reached King Saul, and David was brought before him. "You are only a boy," the king said in despair. David replied, "When a lion or a bear attacked my father's sheep, I went after it. I did not win by strength, but by faith. God has not abandoned us. He is waiting for someone to believe again." Saul looked at David and nodded. "Go," he said, "may the Lord be with you." In the valley, Goliath laughed when he saw David approaching. "Am I a dog," he roared, "that you come at me with a boy?" David stood firm. "You come against me with sword and spear," he said, "but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel." David took a stone and hurled it with his sling. The giant fell. For a moment there was silence. Then the Israelites erupted in victory. The Philistines fled, and Israel charged forward with renewed courage. And so the story of Goliath came to an end. But the story of David had only just begun.